Another new development in the Fox News Dominion case fallout. News Nation has just learned the conservative network is backing down from a lawsuit it filed against one of its employees just one day after the employee's complaint was filed. This update comes as more explosive allegations have surfaced from inside Fox News. Now, a producer falling from grace claiming she did not want to be the network's scapegoat in the Dominion voting defamation case. Abby Grossberg, still on a forced leave from the company, filed lawsuits in New York and Delaware against the company, accusing the network of promoting a hostile work environment filled with racism, sexual harassment, and misogyny. She also claims the Fox legal team attempted to coerce her into giving misleading testimony in a deposition and attempted to shift the blame onto her. News Nation media contributor Colby Hall joins us live to examine this. Colby, thanks for being with us. All right, let's talk about this Fox News producer. She just filed a lawsuit, Fox then attempting to gag her, but today the network reversing course on that. How could Grossberg's lawsuit impact what happens in the Dominion case? Can that be referenced? Does it need to be kept separate? How will it all work?
Great questions. And boy, when it rains, it pours for Fox News. Just when you thought that we had about a week worth of news cycles that wasn't about Fox News and Tucker Carlson's Jan 6 footage, this comes out. I wouldn't quite say it's a bombshell, but it's not the sort of thing Fox News wants people talking about right now. And I will say that Dominion are likely delighted, because what she's alleging in her court documents, they would love nothing more than to put her on the stand. Now, is she, believable? We'll see. Just making the claims doesn't necessarily mean that they are true. But coercion will be tough for her to prove, but more details on, she revealed that she was told that when Rudy Giuliani came on to talk about a stolen election, that he would not be fact-checked. And that goes right hand in glove with what Dominion is alleging in their defamation suit to the tune of $1.6 billion. So this is not a good development for Fox News. It could just pass, but Dominion is probably delighted with this bit of serendipity of this new trial coming to light right now.
All right, so Colby, let's talk allegations here. We were just talking about Grossberg. Let's talk about Dominion's allegations. Dominion's lawyers said in court just today that Fox News continued pushing these allegations of vote rigging, and they say allegations the network knew were false. How damaging what happened in court today?
Well, it was interesting. Both sides are asking for a summary judgment, which basically means, this won't go to trial. I don't think either of those things will happen. I think that's sort of the last step before, they want to have they want to settle. And you don't typically settle out of court until the very last minute. I don't think Fox News wants to settle, but I think what was revealed today was quite damaging, because, again, it reinforces this idea that executives were well aware. Rupert Murdoch said that he said that his talent endorsed this theory. So it's not just putting up Rudy Giuliani or Sidney Powell spouting crazy conspiracy theories, but rather Rupert Murdoch saying that, they endorsed it. Now, if it goes to trial, Dominion very much wants Rupert Murdoch and his son Lachlan to testify, which I got to think that's the last thing that Fox News or Fox Corp, the parent company, wants. And so it's really hard for me to imagine that Fox News doesn't rethink their pretty hard position that they don't want to settle. $1.6 billion is a lot. It's maybe too much, but maybe Dominion will get a cool $1 billion. That's a lot of money, and Fox News has enough money to actually afford that.
Yeah, well, and it can have certainly reverberating repercussions as well. Colby Hall, thank you, as always. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.